Right, good afternoon. My name is Charisma Nieves, and this is for Dr. Sai Reyes, capstone and final project. Literacy being merged or infused into mathematics middle school classes is the title of my research and or study. The study. Literacy in content area classrooms is an important factor in early childhood all the way through secondary school. In order for students to be successful, literacy not only should be taught and be the focal point in English, reading, language arts classroom, but should be implemented throughout all subject area classrooms, including that of social studies, social sciences, any kind of science, human physiology, reading, language arts, etc. This, in fact, will provide all learners from diverse backgrounds, including emerging bilinguals, with the resources they need to attain their highest academic achievement. Many studies have examined the benefits for districts, including mine, administrators, teachers, and students exclusively using literacy approaches in other content areas, specifically mathematics, which will be the focus of my study today. Using an urban and local middle school for current instructional practices, they are taking in regards with emerging literacy and math. The role of literacy is vital and must continue in secondary settings, as we will note here today in the middle school setting. Results from this study show there are educators that will use literacy strategies in their core math classes. There is evidence that literacy is infused in the math content classes, and students support the learning strategies provided to them from their instructors. The problem. My research questions are as follows. I had two. How is literacy infused or merged into mathematics middle school classrooms, predominantly 6th through 8th grade? And who does this affect? The emergence of the two content areas infusing together, who does that affect as far as the classroom environment, as far as the student population in which teachers are interacting with on a daily basis? Some of the background information that I required in my literature review. Mathematics is integral to all areas of daily life. It affects successful functioning on the job, in school, and at home, and in the community. And from that quote, it speaks volumes because mathematics is vital, it is critical. People need it to survive, not only for our regular educational children, but also for children with learning disabilities, as stated in this paper. Explicit teaching is a must when teaching students with disabilities and can be seen throughout all content areas in the middle school. My methodology was as follows. Some of the information I collected from my district and some of the demographics. The district where my study was done is divided into 4 elementary schools, 1 middle school, and 1 high school, and contains approximately, give or take, 870 English language learner students, of which 158 attend the middle school. As of 2013-2014, there was a STEM magnet middle school, called Barrels, that has opened, but it's not noted for this study. But I just wanted to place it in here just so you are aware of that. The middle school is now divided, as of the school 2014-2015 school year, it's now divided into 3 small learning communities, also called SLCs, which include 3 deans or vice principals, 3 grade levels, 1 guidance counselor per SLC, 1 content area teacher per grade. For example, 1 6th grade teacher, 1 science teacher, 1 math teacher, 1 special ed teacher with tutors per small learning community, and 1 ESOL support specialist per SLC. There are a set number of tutors per SLC based on bargaining unit, turnaround plan, and Board of Education budget for this district. My methodology continued. What did I do to collect data for my study? I did 3 informal observations of 3 teachers at the middle school. One was a 6th grade middle school teacher who has about 2 years of experience in Connecticut state schools, but she did receive her certification from outside of the state. Another 7th grade teacher with a PhD, several years of experience in urban settings, coming from a bigger city, as stated in my paper, and I think it was Hartford, Connecticut. And the 8th grade teacher, another several years, veteran teacher, several years of experience teaching mathematics, and another, like I said, a veteran teacher. They were very informal observations. I came in during the beginning of the class about 15-20 minutes. I did this about 2 times, and I spoke with the teachers as well and gave them a questionnaire, which we'll get to later. Focus group, I took students from those specific classes. These were students that I've had in the past because I've been in the district for about 5 years, and asked them a variety of questions in regards to math and literacy, in which you will see later. And the teacher questionnaire was very personal as far as what the teachers had available as far as resources, what kind of approaches and instructional strategies they're using as far as math and literacy being emerged within the 2 areas in their content classrooms. My observations, as I stated earlier, the 3 math teachers I observed at all had smart boards, mainly for numeracy and literacy use, and how it pertains to this paper, because the infusion of literacy to mathematics middle school classrooms was appropriate. There were do-nows and warm-ups present in every single observation. Textbooks were used throughout all the classes, and I did do a very small textbook analysis, as you will see in the study. All objectives were in place, language and content, and were referenced throughout the lessons. Essential questions were in place for every math unit, and word walls referred to vaguely. In my teacher questionnaire, when I asked the teacher how often they referred to the word walls, they said they did more than what I observed. So that could have been just because of the time I was coming in and doing the observation, but they said that they did use it a lot for vocabulary purposes. My focus group, the students, again, I had about 2 or 3 from each grade level, so I had about 7 through 9 students. I wanted to share one of the question and responses with you, which was the one about how often do you read in math and do you like reading in math. But these were my focus group questions with the students. What is your favorite thing about math class? How often do you write in math? How often do you read in math, and do you like reading in math? Do you like writing in math class, and do you like math word problems? Lastly, do you keep math journals in your class? I'm going to share with you one of the question and responses very quickly so you can hear how that session went. And I said the reading one I was going to share.